Go. And we're back here on the Stogie Geek Show with our final segment of this evening. And let's see if I can bring up in my notes here. This segment is brought to you by the Havana Cigar Club. New to their humidor is the Illusione Epernay Petit Corona and Petit Lancero, as well as the Illusione Rothschilds. On Tuesday, March 25th and April Fool's Day is their Hilo Jack League. Also new to their humidor is the EP Carrillo Inch Short Run as well. So make sure you visit them. And also, I do want to say that, March has been a very busy month for all of us for a lot of different reasons, kind of not related to the show. But once we get into a more regular schedule and our travel schedules slow down, we do offer a live viewing area right next door to the Stogie Geek Studio in the Havana Cigar Club. So make sure you stay tuned to our website and our Twitter feeds and all of our social media, as we'll be announcing some specials coming up. So if you're in the Rhode Island area or close to the studio, you can come in and watch the show live in studio or next door in the viewing room and enjoy some exclusive specials that we'll be offering to folks. So make sure you plan for that as we get into April and especially May. We'll be offering some deals. It's good way to get out on a Thursday night. Also coming up this year, we may be switching some show times to coincide with some events, so you can come here earlier. Our show starts at 9 p.m. Eastern time normally. A few shows this year, we're gonna do a special one at 6 p.m. so it's a little more accessible in case you gotta get up for work the next morning or whatever. So you can go to stogiegeeks.com/attend to find out more details. Will, why don't you tell us about this contest and some of the things we have to talk about with our listener submissions for their picks for box-worthy cigars?
Yep. So we got a plethora of emails, and I thank all the listeners for doing that. And really what the impetus of this contest was about a month ago. We did a segment on what our Stogie Geeks box-worthy cigars are. Just, hey, cigars that I'd go out and buy a box of them. Maybe not necessarily Epic or Oasis smokes, but just ones that are worthwhile. So we actually have a little contest, and we'll give the contest results at the end. But we got a lot of good lists, and I wish we could read every entry on every list. We just can't with time-wise. But there were really some creative ones. I'm gonna I'll start off with ATL and Zedman, who actually I left Zedman off, I think, the last contest, so I made sure I got him in first here.
It's all right, he's an ass anyway.
I left him off.
Well,
also
according to Adam in the chat, Zed's an ass. So, well, we got a little camaraderie going on in the chat room.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they had a really good combined list. They actually put 10 of them on there. And a couple of the ones I saw on there with a Monte Edmundo, the Partagas Serie D4 on there, and the Tatuaje 7th Reserva. I mean, all good choices.
I love number 10 too. That's a cigar.
That's probably one of the most underrated.
How's that? It is back ordered.
Yeah,
that's back ordered.
A Fuente Magnum R44.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the most underrated cigars that we've talked about in quite some time.
I think that's a great pick.
I do want to talk about his Cuban cigar choices, the Monte Cristo Edmundo and Partagas Series D number 4. Two of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
I could just smoke those two all day long. I totally agree with that.
Do you have any construction issues at all?
With those, surprisingly, no. Maybe one or two Partagas Series D number 4, and I've gone through at least a box or more of each of those without construction issues. The Monte Cristo Edmundos, dude, all burned great for me.
Yes.
And the Partagas Series D number 4, maybe one or two, it didn't burn right. So,
alrighty.
The Illusione Epernay, I've been liking that. Is it the Robusto size that comes in a cab of 50?
He didn't put a size on it.
I know. I don't know what size he's talking about.
I want to say it's the Robusto size. Comes in cabs of 50. That's a really great morning smoke.
Oh, you're talking about the La Petite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's a great one.
I smoked one of them this week, actually. I left it off my list because it's, not a new cigar. It's been talked about a lot, but it's a
The,
very
the,
good
one
cigar.
of the Illusiones that I think it flies right under. There's the Crown of Thorns, the number 2.
Number 2, the Ravicoso.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, that's one of the. A lot of people just didn't get that cigar. I thought that was. You're talking about one of the ones that, well, in this area anyway, that flew under the radar. Anyway,
Mark's list. Well, I won't attempt to pronounce his last name because I'll just butcher it.
said right.
Said right. Van said
Mark
right.
VS.
Yeah, Vince said
Van
right.
said
Just,
right.
yeah, right, whatever.
Thanks, Togi Santa. He's got a couple on there. The EPC Cardinal Natural 52 is box worthy in my book.
And that Illusione
And the Illusione,
La Torello, I don't know.
La Torello.
La Torello, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That was voted what number? It was in the top 10. That cigar.
I believe it was.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
which size is that?
It's like it's almost a little bigger than a Toro. I think it's like 6 by 54, 6 by 56.
Interesting.
It's not that strong. It really isn't.
I'm interested to try his number 2 there.
The
Master
Papachulo.
Collection 2.
Yeah, Papachulo, you tried that.
No,
I
the
really
one
like that
I
Master
tried.
Collection too.
The one I tried.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never tried the 2.
Okay.
And they're not getting.
I like
it
the 2 a
on
lot.
this review, So.
Oh, I see. So, yep.
Oh, so there's different releases
Yeah.
of the Papachulo?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's like a little petite Corona that Booth releases with most of his lines, and he calls it a Papichulo. And I've had the Master Collection 2, but I've not had the Papichulo in the Master Collection 2. So now it's got me wanting to try it because Mark sent me some communications, and I know he knows his sticks.
Oh, the Tatawahe 10th anniversary from Anthony sent in. So there's a Reserva coming out in that.
Right. Correct.
We're allowed to talk about that on the show, I hope.
Yes.
The Bel
Yeah,
Ancre.
that's
Yeah.
announced.
Yeah, the Bel Ancre
Someone told him
Reserva.
that.
Oh man, I mean, just sight unseen, I'm buying a box of those.
We got 10 coming in.
I
we ain't got
totally
any
want.
left anyway.
I totally want a box of those.
Okay. Goop.
Because that Bel Ancre 10th anniversary is something special. I bought a box of those, and to have that in a Reserva, I'm all over that. Okay.
And he's got another Stogie Geeks favorite on there, the Noelis Reserva.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
And the Bel Ancre. That's the
No,
bell of the ball.
Interesting. Craig submitted a list of budget ones under $6.
That El Suelo is good. It really
The
is.
El Suelo is a great
It's a
budget
bundle.
one. Asylum Premium. I don't think I've had that one. 2012 vintage. It's a 4x44.
El Rey del Mundo it's a sleeper. It, really
It is a sleeper,
It
yeah.
is.
You don't hear much about it anymore.
No.
Is that so? That's a non-Cuban El Rey del Mundo.
Right, non-Cuban.
Yep.
Interesting.
They are
I
very
haven't.
good.
I haven't smoked that. I haven't maybe smoked one El Rey del Mundo non-Cuban in my whole life. So.
Nice
that's,
line. It's
Yeah.
forgetting about.
We don't talk a lot about CAO much
No,
in the past
there's a
few
reason for
shows.
that.
You know what? That's a good cigar. That's that concert. That's a very good cigar he's got on
Sorry.
there. So it's one of the better ones of the new CAOs that have come out.
Okay. So much. The bait fish? Yeah.
Yeah. Padron 6000s. I agree.
Well,
with that.
I love
we-
what
bait
Jim.
fish, we
I
talked
like
about
what
it,
Jim
even
right
the
here.
original
That
ones.
short Corona, he's dead on.
Yeah, Herrera Estley
oh,
short Corona.
no doubt, no doubt.
Box-worthy. I bought a box.
I do too.
Me
Mine's
too.
got a signed box.
Yeah. That was the largest seller of the show.
At Jim's list. That's
and
Jim's
Jim,
list.
I don't know
Okay.
if Jim is if Jim is listening or not. If he likes the Principe, he's got to do the number 6 on the 26 line. He will go nuts. And I tell you what, you talk about a bargain smoke. He's dead on. I like.
Oh,
what
that's
Jim,
Jason. We're on. That's Jason's list.
Oh, Jason, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm getting mixed up here.
No worries.
Jason is dead on. I love what he's got right here. See that number 3? He is dead on.
Padron Londres Maduro.
And what happened? It's you know what I love. Just the end of what he says, right here. They rank just as high as the 64s to him, and I agree wholeheartedly. You get those 1,000 series, not just only the Londres, the majority of them, especially the 6,000. You put the age on them, they're incredible. Good
You know,
call.
Jason
Great call, Jason.
Jason also mentions the Paul Larrañaga Monte Carlos, and it's interesting. Stogie Santa gave me
Yes.
one on an episode a long time
Yeah.
ago, and when I smoked it, it was orange cream soda.
Yeah,
I
Like-
mean,
like-
dead on orange cream soda.
Oh, when you first get it, it's so unbalanced and it's
And I,
fighting
I
itself.
bought a new box, and they don't
Yeah.
smoke
You
very
put
well.
them down.
Put them
They
down
are-
for a long time.
They're like a creamsicle.
A creamsicle. Yeah,
They are.
creamsicle.
Yes, they're really.
You
I-
gave me one a while back, and I never smoked it because you told me to put it down for a while, and I
Yep.
listened. It's still there.
And you'll have a creamsicle
Oh,
in
you'll
your
like it.
shorts.
Wow.
Brian Street. Yeah, that's.
I prefer creamsicles in my mouth, red to my shorts, but we'll go from
It
there.
all depends. It all depends. And Brian got that El Trunfalo Lancero with age. Wow.
The broadleaf Lancero.
Yeah. Oh yes. Absolutely. Broadleaf.
That's the one I like. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. I tell you, it's hard to pick. There's some great entries.
Zed said
Really are.
earlier that it would probably be easier to pick, or no, it was ATL said it would probably be easier to pick cigars that were better than Boxworthy when you're narrowing it down to 5.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I no doubt. 100 Años Preferido Natural.
H. Upman Sir Winston.
That's John Rhino's list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's H. Upman with and a Partagas Presidente 2008 on that too.
We talked about
Well,
Padron
wait a minute,
family
the-
reserves.
yeah.
We covered that in a previous episode.
If that gentleman, what's
we
his
all have our
name,
favorites.
John, if you like the 44th, try the natural. I tell you, oof.
I'm digging the 46s lately.
Still a 45 guy.
A couple of people both had the Fuente work of Art Maduro's.
Yes.
It's a staple.
That's
Oh, come on.
It's
And-
Frank's list.
Well,
on
you know,
that?
what,
Yeah.
and you know what's interesting? I think the people that are fans of Fuente too don't underestimate the Don Carlos. I mean, that is,
And
it's
I don't
Oh,
mean
yeah,
I don't
but-
mean to jump ahead. It's funny the Ramon Alleone's when you do the 50 cab of anything of Cubans. I don't know if it's just in my brain. It's indoctrinated. They're better. They really are. It's just something about
That's
the cabs. It really is. You get the bullies. You get them in the 50 count. Oh, look at this.
I want to go back to something that he had on his, the Illusion F9, right? You spoke about the number 2 being underrated. That F9,
Yep.
I don't know anybody that really carries it. But
No,
I
I've
was
you
saying,
smoked
can
2
you
or
get
3
them
of
anymore? Yeah.
No, I don't think
I've
so.
smoked 2 or 3 of them, and those were really good.
a lot of Illusione on people's lists.
Yep. Oh, I'll tell you, it's just it's
I just recently bought my first box of Illusion.
wow. The San
The
Latano.
F9's the Lonsdale, right?
Yes.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
San Latano, Connecticut. Wow, was he drinking?
It's not. It's in the. They make that in Lancero, which is kind of a tough to find in the Connecticut Lancero.
I do like the Room 101 Daruma Mutante, though. That was a good
Yep.
smoke. I enjoyed that.
Jesus Castillo. I love that Undercrown Corona Viva is everyone. I don't know who. Someone else before. I don't know if it's ATL.
That's
You
what
got to have a
with
box.
Them, yeah.
You got to have a box. I agree. I agree.
That's the Undercrown I thought that was really good.
That
Yep.
came up on quite a few lists. As
I'll
a
tell you, he's got.
matter
A,
of fact.
this gentleman Jesus. He's got a great list.
Medaglia d'Oro.
Oh, yep.
Latino number 6.
Oh.
You know, another trend I noticed is that the Headley Grange, the crown heads, and I think that the drumstick landed on at least 2 people's list, maybe more. And I tell you what, that drumstick's awesome. Lancero size.
I just found that some of them were very soft. Very.
I
a
didn't
couple underfilled.
I don't get Headley Grange.
Yeah.
Have you tried the drumstick though? You think the same thing about the drumstick?
Drumstick
Yeah.
was
I just
I like the drumstick and the Eminentes. I thought they were both good
Eminentes
cigars.
is very good.
What else we got on here, guys?
Scott Wilson has got he's got a couple crown heads. He's got the Eminentes. He's got the 4 kick selection number 5.
Yeah.
So he's got Ortega Serie de Maduro. We got Donald Cosrow. He's got a cigar on here that I'm probably going to talk about next week. The AKA Respect Double Dog. That is a really good cigar.
Really?
The Respect, yeah. And I've spoke. The Respect is actually a vintage line, and so they change the blend it's kind of what Lido does with his vintage line. They change it every few years. AK Cigars is made by Davidoff, and I'm not sure if he's talking about the original AK Respect or the 2013, but they're both very good cigars.
5 Vegas.
Yeah, he's got 5 Vegas Series A, which is one of Stogie Santa's all-time favorites.
Oh yeah, it's one of my.
Any size.
Any size.
Any size.
If you have them, send them his way.
Oh,
Yeah.
please do. I'll have a nice little campfire.
I smoked those when we first started getting into cigars, and they weren't horrible. I smoked worse. When's the last time you had one, Stogie Santa? Maybe we should do them on the show.
Yeah, okay. I'll leave it up to me. I'll bring them on.
We'll find the bell of the ball for that one.
Oh yeah,
We gotta smoke through all the sizes, Stogie Santa.
no problem. As long as I got scotch.
Yeah. I'm actually curious to see some of those brands that and I don't know if we talked about this on the show before or not on the show, but some of those brands that it was a Google Hangout that I was talking to Zedman and Pete and Adam. It said that we should do a segment, go back and smoke some of those cigars that, not the first cigar we ever smoked, but some of those brands that we started smoking when we first started really getting into cigars. What were we smoking? And smoke it now and kind of see our opinion in what we think of them now as opposed to what we thought of them then. And,
Yeah,
Vegas was one of those ones that I smoked in the beginning because you find Cigars International and they're on your Man of War, right? And they're on special and you buy them and smoke them. But now that we've smoked, thousands of other cigars, what do we think of those some of those brands now?
I would think the same fucking thing.
Yeah, but you smoked them. Maybe you didn't, but we smoked them back in the day, right? I mean, Will.
Well, yeah. I'm looking
when
at
you
why don't
Fat
we
Kid's
just
list.
say
He's got
we'll
the
get
Brazilian
backwards
Gold, and I
too,
remember I
no?
used to smoke
Yeah.
the crap out of those.
Out of what?
The CAO Brasilia Gold, which is the Robusto. And that was a staple cigar of mine back in 2007, like I'm remembering. I used to go to that cigar quite a bit.
Is that when you had hair?
Yeah, I had hair and lower blood pressure.
Get some,
Oh.
And,
get some
and was
pictures of
thinner.
that.
Oh yeah, we're all thinner back at 206.
Yeah.
Oh, someone had that on their list, Will. Brian. Fat
Yeah,
Kid.
that's why I was just looking at
Yeah.
that. And I
No,
saw
we
it. I'm
all
like,
did
yeah,
that. We all did
that.
that.
was one of those cigars. I liked that cigar when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a big Outer Paraca rapper guy, but I like that cigar.
Alrighty. Will, what do we got for contests?
Okay.
Let's do
so
it.
the winner, just so you know, David Gale also sent the list in, so I want to thank him as well. But we went through the list, and the winner, I went in the order they were picked in and went to random.org, and the winner is John Reinhardt. And John Reinhardt is going to get the Stogie Santa donated 5-pack of the J. Grotto Reserva Lanceros, which I think you'll really enjoy that cigar if you haven't had it.
Absolutely.
And I had down Stogie Santa, you're putting a La Aurora Cameron Lancero in there too.
I'm gonna throw that in. Yep. You got his address?
I will get that from John.
Get that. Yeah, but he wouldn't know his address until we know if he won.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
That's what happens when you're old. You forget things.
Yep. So I will close the loop. You and I will close the loop on that.
Yeah, just send me that. I'll take care of that. We'll
Yep,
get that up and running.
Gabriel from Coots, who was a really good guest last week. I really enjoyed. We got a lot of good feedback on that segment. Donated a box of the Coots Miro Special Edition Lanceros that he will ship out directly. The contest is basically, we're going to keep that one open for a little bit. We're getting a lot of entries for that. Email the show at stogiegeeks.com with your favorite Lanceros you like to smoke. We'll run that the next few weeks, and we'll pick a winner at random.
And Stogie Santa, you're going to include some 5 Vegas in there as well, right?
Yeah, 5 Vegas, Man of War.
Yeah.
So Adam's in the chat. So.
Thank you, Stogie says that bonus prize.
Oh yeah.
All right. And
Thank you, Zed,
do we
man.
want to talk about the Espinosa contest? I put a suggestion in, but if you guys want to pull an audible, I'm cool with that.
Okay. What is your suggestion?
Find the Espinosa cigar that made my Cigar of the Year countdown last year.
That's
There you
fair
go.
enough.
Fair
That's
enough.
fair enough.
Mail it to the StogieGeeks.com. You must include the link. If the link's not there, it's not eligible. So go to the link that's there. It's the only Espinosa cigar that's on the list, and I'll give you a hint. It's last year's list, so it's very easy to find it.
Espinosa 5-pack.
Yeah, and I'm smoking it right now. It's the Habanos, I believe, it's a really nice cigar. It's got a little bit of that baker's spice on it, and it definitely is going nice after that sake bomb, because that sake bomb really was strong. So this is kind of a nice intermezzo, I guess is the best way to put it.
Coming up on the show next week, we've got the Cigar Me / Half-Ashed folks.
Yep, from Cigar Federation. They do a
Cigar
really good
Federation.
show, and they're two interesting guys. They couldn't be two more opposite personalities. So They're a lot of fun. I've been on their show a couple of times.
And on April 3rd, we've got Jose Blanco.
And I will be with you guys side by side.
Oh, that's right.
Jose calls in.
We'll make
Oh,
accommodations for Will in the
yeah.
studio.
Yep.
This ought to
And
be
on
interesting.
April
And
10th.
I'll bring the 5 Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, all
we're gonna
right,
smoke
yeah.
Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
whoa, 5 Vegas. We'll get some Boone's Farm. We're all set.
We need some wine in like a box to go with
Yeah.
the 5 Vegas.
Yeah.
April 10th, we've
What,
got
dip
Gary
in a box?
Griffin.
What's the wine that comes in the jugs?
Oh, fucking.
Oh, yeah, there's
Reuniting.
Mad Dog.
Reuniting.
Mad
Dog 2020.
Mad Dog 2020 and 5
Give me the
Vegas.
strawberry and banana flavored ones.
Yeah, get down, baby.
Well, Andre Champagne.
Yeah.
All over in bed tonight.
Andre
You know,
Champagne.
live it up. Make sure you tune in for that show. And on April 10th, Gary Griffin from House of Emilio will be on the
Oh,
show.
the old curmudgeon himself. So that's going to be a fun segment.
Excellent. Well, thanks everyone for listening to this edition of the Stogie Geek Show, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Over and out.